What up, hip hop heads? It's your boy B here from Massive EXT. With me, I have today Xavier. He's an up and coming artist. Dude's pretty hot. Dude's got some bars. I'm just gonna do what I usually do, man, and just ask questions and get down to who he is and why he does what he does. So, first off, man, go ahead and tell him where you're from, and if you have a rap name, what's your rap name?
Alright, well, I go by Zay Zay. It's more of a nickname. It's not really a rap name that I chose for myself, but I'm coming from Greenbrier County, West Virginia. Originally, I'm a saint of Milwaukee, up in the 414 Wisconsin area, but I relocated down here, and now I'm just trying to get out of here and representing this place and trying to show them that we got talent coming out of the mountains.
If somebody were to ask you why you do music, what makes your music, different? Why should people listen to what you present?
Shit, I just think it's because when the things I talk about in my music, I talk about from personal experiences and things I go through with my own life and with what I've seen other people go through. So it's like, it's just real. Like, I don't talk about things I don't have. I don't talk about all the money and all the cars and all the fame, all that shit that nobody really cares about, like the TV scene. Like, I just talk about real life, man. Try to keep it real.
I've noticed in a couple of your songs, and I don't know if this is just you, just spitting, or if it has anything to do, but it seems like you're making like diss tracks or something. Is there like a reason for that? Is there like somebody who just fucked you the wrong way or something?
Well, there was this dude that I went to high school with, and we were kind of friends. Like, we had a couple classes together, whatever. But eventually, like, after we graduated and everything, like, I don't know, he just keeps running his mouth for some reason. Like, he just started spreading rumors about me to people that I know, that are really close to me, and just thinking that he could get away with saying anything, and messaging me on Facebook, and then blocking me, and then all just bitch stuff like that, and saying that I wasn't going to amount to being a rapper or anything good like that. So, I mean, I recorded one diss track for him. It's called Rest in Peace, Honey Smacks. You can find it on YouTube, SoundCloud.
Yeah, I checked that. You posted another video here recently, but it was just like a video. It wasn't like, you laying the track down. It was just, how you kind of give the people a sneak peek of what you're gonna do. And you just, it kind of made me wonder, because you said some things that made me go like, damn, somebody really fucking pissed them off.
Yeah,
shit.
like, he came at me on a personal level, talking about my mother and just bringing up my race into it, and it just stuff that I don't go for. Like, I'm not gonna be disrespected like that, and I'm not gonna sit down and let somebody think they're gonna walk all over me and then get away with it. So, I mean, instead of taking some action that could get me, in trouble or, like, thrown in jail possibly, or, like, some crazy shit, like, just react how I know how to react, and that's through music.
Is he in the music scene too? Like, that could have a part of it. I've had situations where, somebody, like, when I started out in music, I kind of sucked, but I started out, everybody starts out from somewhere. And all of a sudden, I started getting all this fucking hate because I wasn't the only person, rapping, and that can cause
You're
issues.
breaking up, dude.
Oh, can you? It might be on your side, man. I'm using the internet. I'm not using a phone.
Oh, well, then it's probably mine. I'm using a landline, but I didn't hear just like part of that.
Oh, I said in the music. In music, like, when you start actually doing something with hip-hop, people start, just getting their jimmies rustled for some reason. It's very fucking common. I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with publicity and the fact that, I don't know, if the dude's in the music scene, it's probably, publicity. That's the only thing I could think about it. But
to me, it's just like people just crave, like, everybody craves success. Everybody wants to be successful in what they do or what they like to do. But to me, like, I don't know, the dude that scratched me the wrong way, like, he went about it all wrong. Like, even if it is because, like, I'm starting to be a little successful with my music, like, it doesn't mean that he needs to try to trample all over me and think that it's going to get him a one-up in the scene or something, because, I mean, I'm nobody. Like, I'm just a dude, trying to write music and trying to help other people through their life with what I got to say. Like, I'm another Tom, Dick, and Harry in the crowd, you know what I mean? Like, but...
just like some tips. And I ain't one to give tips, man. I'm not some fucking Drake, Grammy-winning motherfucker. But I talk with real big hip-hop heads who've told me this. The only person that's gonna doubt you is you, man. And when you have you have to go hard and you have to stay confident. At times, you know, you feel like you don't ever want to be just a regular person. Now, that being said, you want to be a regular person to your fans, communication wise, and you know, you don't want to like put them under or make them feel like, you know, you're some rich superior king or some shit like that, because I don't think fans take appreciation of that. But when it comes to competition and rappers, you want to make sure they know, you know, that you ain't average.
Greater.
Yeah, you ain't average. And yeah, I could understand what you're coming from. What's your definition of success? Because you mentioned success. Like, what's success to you?
Well, when I feel like I'm successful, I mean, it'll be like, I mean, when you're an artist, like, coming from where I'm coming from, like, having to start out with not that many fans and, like, have to build up your fan base, like, very slowly, just because of, like, the things that are available to network with and everything like that. It's just, I feel like I take pride on my little wins. Like, I feel like, even though I'm not sitting in a mansion right now, like, I wrote, like, my track Soul Searching. I feel like that was a success. Like, that was one of the best songs that I've written and recorded since I started writing and recording things. So, like, that to me is success in itself. But, I mean, on a higher note, like, success for me will be one day, like, being able to put my little sisters through college, like, being able to give them that kind of money, or being able, just putting a smile on their face, like, helping my mother pay her bills, like, just helping my family is the reason why I want to do it all, really, and help the people I love and care about.
Takes 110% grind, man, and it's
yeah,
tough.
Definitely.
It's tough, and I'll say it again, as I said before. People come into hip hop way too often and automatically expect to be greatness, and they automatically expect it to be easy and given to them. But because hip hop has become so nationally known, so globally known, I mean, there's people all the way in Africa to the Middle East to UK to Georgia, you know, to where you're at, to where I'm at, who knows about hip hop. And when it first started out, it wasn't like that. So yes, it was a lot easier to get into, but this is no longer just some dudes deciding to do something with music. It's no longer just the music genre. I kind of look at it as it's now become a sport, you know. It's become a national and global sport, and it's because it's competition.
You got everybody trying to be number one.
Yeah,
like,
and everybody
aching for the top spot, like, aching to be looked at by everybody, aching to be loved, and aching just to have that dream come true.
But that being said, is that most people automatically assume they're just like, success and fame is the other side of the river, right? And what I mean by that is that they see all these mainstream artists just throwing money around, and they think, I've got to get to that point to be successful and to have money. That's not the case. Okay, you don't even have to get radio play to be successful. I mean, have you ever heard Hobson's song on the radio? Really?
I mean, no, not really. Like,
But that dude is making money, right? He's making lots of money from iTunes and everything else, and he's got just as much money, or even more than some of these mainstream rappers, right? So that's what I'm saying, is that, like, you don't even have to get all radio play, all sponsored and plastered on MTV and plastered on BET and all that shit to be, you know, to be successful or even to be famous. It just takes commitment and admiration to your fans, and it takes loyalty to your music, and people are gonna constantly
dedication to the whole process.
Yeah, and they're gonna I'm gonna tell you, man, and you've probably experienced this already, they're gonna put you down any way they can, because that's just less competition for them to worry about. And if they can put you down and put you out, then they ain't got to worry about another dude taking their spot. You know, there's artists like me who are open to change and who are open to collaboration and who are trying to push artists like you and other artists, you know, not ahead of me, but just trying to get them spotlight so people know that there is other music besides what they're hearing on the radio. There is other music besides what's being presented to them and fed to them, okay? And that's just the goal.
To me, it's like it's just that there's so much hit fees. Like, there's like so many rappers like coming from Team Backpack, from like Strange Music, just like complete underground. Like, they're just coming out of nowhere and killing it. They're just straight killing everything. Like, so I don't know. It's just I'm getting mixed up with
yeah.
Like,
no, it's cool. I was gonna ask another question. So, that being said, you know, you've already said I'm an artist. I make tracks. That's evident. You can check them out. Don't worry. I'll mention links at the end of this interview where people can go and check your shit. Are you like signed to anything? Do you have like a group, or is it just, you know, you're going solo and so you can kind of find where you fit?
I originally popped up, like, I originally started a group. It was me and a couple other dudes. It was one of my really close friends that I've grown up with, like, writing with. He was one of the only dudes around my area that like wrote or like rapped or anything like that. And it was me, him, and a couple other dudes. We went by Mindfuck DNT. A couple of us still like throw it up in our like tag it in our songs sometimes and like just yell it out. But like we kind of broke that off and everybody's gone solo. So pretty much I've been riding solo ever since. But I still like have a team of people that like I like network with and stuff like that. Sky Music Group, I'm actually going to be featured on the Sky Music Group and Underground on Top for Forever Volume 2 that drops later on tonight, I think around 11. But I've been trying to get more involved with SMG. That's about it, SMG and Underground on Top, and trying to get in there.
Yeah,
hoping that they can help me out a little bit, build a fan base. That they've been helping me out a lot so far since I've been following them, and it's been a minute. I've seen their page, like I was one of the bottom numbers. Like I watched their page like shoot up in numbers. Like I was one of the original, like down in the lower numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
I think people like got the formula wrong on how to promote their shit. Doing shit like what you're doing is pretty much the right formula. At least in my opinion, it's all based on your point of view. Most rappers, what they do nowadays that I find is they just like tag music in any music group they can. But they'll take their music and they'll put it in any group site they can. And it gets a bit a bit annoying and kind of like generic.
Yeah, like spamming. Yeah, they spam
and I can't lie. I mean, I've posted my links in a couple promotion groups, but I don't like.
Oh yeah, like I do that too sometimes. But like I don't like get on other people's posts where they're trying to get views and post my links without even checking out their shit. Like that's disrespectful to me. Like. Don't, like, this person's trying to get some shine, they're trying to get a couple plays here, trying to get some feedback, and you're really going to jump on their comments and just leave your links like you're some big shit, like like you don't need to take the time to check them out and show your support too.
Yeah.
So
but collaboration, networking, all that shit is the bread and butter of getting up in the numbers, man, and you're doing it right. I think that if more artists collaborated and more artists found smaller groups rather than trying to go for the big fish, you know, start off with the smaller groups and then kind of either worked with that group until they grew, or you know, just work with that group until you know they
get their foot in the door.
Yeah, until they got their foot in the door, or they got too big for that pond. And they needed to move on. It's some people find that kind of disrespectful, and even coming out of my mouth, I'm like, that kind of sounds a bit asshole-ish. But that's how music works. People get too big, for certain things.
I feel like hip hop is just 75% business. Like you gotta have some business skills. You gotta know how to talk to people. You gotta know how to like just relate and. I don't know. You can't come off like a dick to people you're trying to win over. You know what I mean? So
it is business. It is business. It's a lot. It's a lot of business.
It's
but
sad
it's
that it turned into that though. Like it used to not be all business. It used to be like this is for fun. Like that. This is just because we love it.
Well, here's what I think's the misconception is. It is fun. It is really fun. And the reason why it's become so much business is because people think, because it's so big, it's now just this, industry. It's this business, and it's become like that. But really, it's with anything you do that you love doing that you present to the public. You are no longer just an artist when you present it to large amounts of people, but you are now an entertainer. And what you say entertains people, and they like hearing that. So that's when the business comes in. But if you're thinking anything could be business. Mixing a track, business. Working hard, doing the odd libs, business. Making the beat, business. I mean, but if you're talking like legal business, hip hop's become more legal than what it used to be. It's more restricted and more like confined than what it used to be.
It has more rules and boundaries than it used to.
Yeah, it used to be just an art, and it's hard to control art. It's hard to turn art into a product. It's nearly impossible with stuff like paintings and stuff like that. But they managed to do it with hip hop so easily because, people just rap the same shit, and it's easy to recycle it and throw it out. I mentioned this in the status. I said kids are gonna keep listening to this shit because people say it's cool, and if TMZ, VEZ, and all these industry people and television programs say this is hip and this is cool, they're gonna listen to it because that's what they're being told. It's hip and cool. And and they're on TV, but it's just a box with a screen on it. You don't have to go by everything the TV says. If the TV said, hey, it's cool now to jump off a bridge and break your fucking neck, you don't go jumping off bridges. Fuck.
Oh, hell no.
Shit. But it's just nobody looks underground anymore. I mean, underground's becoming so big that I don't even know as an artist if I even want to be a part of the mainstream, because underground has it has so much more to offer, and just so much. It just has so much, and there's so many respectable artists who love this music, and even though they do business just as well as the mainstream artists, they are so grateful for what they have. Even if they
Yeah.
talked about bitches in every song, you meet them in person and they're just so grateful for being able to have an audience. And
Yeah, mad humble and just, yep. They're just happy they got heard for a minute.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
to me, the underground is the new mainstream. Like I feel like the underground is becoming more and more like it's building up to where like there's more underground artists more than like mainstream artists now. Like there's friends that like I went to high school with that used to like bump fucking Lil Wayne every day and like go to school and just like be listening to Drake in the hallway, fucking blaring it and shit. And like now they're like, fuck Young Money. Like they're talking about like artists from Strange Music, and they're talking about like Team Backpack, like A1 or like Recognize or like people with a message. Like they're actually listening to real music, like, and they're actually finding out that other people can relate to them.
And
So,
the big thing for that, man, is just the internet. And I'm glad we have, you know, programs such as Massive EXT, the one that I'm interviewing you on right now. It provides so much music, and it allows people to be like, you know what, I've never heard this before, and I'm gonna check this artist out, or oh wow, you know, there is different music out there. There's so
Yeah, you might be shocked by like who comes out with like a really good fucking track, like something that just hits you.
Yeah, and there's like the greatest thing about hip hop is there is nothing. I can't even think of anything you can't fuse it with. You could fuse it with anything, and some of it may sound whack, but you could still fuse it with anything. House music, reggae, fucking jazz, blues, bluegrass, country, rock, metal, death metal, screamo. You can fuse it with anything.
I experiment with a bunch of different. I've been trying to at least. Like, you can go through like my tracks on SoundCloud, and you can see like some of the tracks have like blending like screams in it, and like it kind of sounds like if you transferred it to like a metal song, it would have like a breakdown in it. And it would like, yeah, like there's a lot of like hip hop can go into anything. Like hip hop's just, I think it's just meant to be. Like it was just something that like it was designed by man to help the humans get through, like help us just help us breathe a little bit better.
Well, music in general, man, it was coping mechanism, but hip hop took it to another level, that's for sure. And God bless New York for the origination of, you know, bass and all that shit. But what I was gonna ask is, if you could work with any artist out there, or sign with any music group out there, what would you sign with, and who would you work with?
Well, right now, honestly, like I would really enjoy getting in the studio and like just being able to write a nice verse for Jeff Turner. Jeff Turner has been a major like dude that's been on my list lately. Like he has been killing it. Like every track of his just like hits home with me. Jeff Turner, Locksmith. Actually, even though everybody kind of knows of him in the underground lately, but I've been wanting to do some shit with E the rapper. Like, me and him have talked about it before, like before he even got like a little bit of a buzz. Like we used to message back and forth talking about music a little bit, not really too much, but fucking yeah, I'd like to get something eventually done with him, and I'm about to try to work something up with that. Hopefully get a track out with him. But as far as signing goes, I don't really, I wouldn't really sign to any label. I mean, I would, but it'd have to depend on like the stipulations, and like I wouldn't want to sign like a phony deal like that would get me screwed, or like it would make me look like a sellout, because I'm not gonna make my music into something it's not. Like I'm not gonna try to be like persuade people that I'm something I'm not. Like, so it would all have to depend on like who's got the better deal and who's got the realest deal for me. the most realistic and the most like the one that I feel I'd be most comfortable with.
It's dope, man. That's a good mindset. I've got to wrap this up, dude, because I've got a sort of a time limit on these things, and I've already got some track reviews to do and shit like that. But it was great talking with you. You're a wise dude, man. I'll let everybody give their shout-outs at the end of the interview, so you can go ahead and give your shout-outs. And if you want to mention any music links or anything like that, you go right ahead, dude.
All right, well, I appreciate Massive EXT for having me on the show. Thanks for interviewing me. It's been a good talk. But I'd like to give a shout out to my dude Sean Williams over in Virginia, aka Badass Billy. That's my dude. We've been riding together since I started recording, and he's been killing it. Shout out to him. Shout out to all my supporters and all my real fans, all my true friends and family that have been helped me through. Shout out to Sky Music Group and Underground on Top. Fucking for Underground on Top Forever Volume 2 coming out soon. Yeah, so much love, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, catch you later, bro.
That was Xavier Georgia, also known as Zay Zay. You can check out his music at soundcloud.com/ZayZay304. That's ZAYZAY304 at soundcloud.com. He's got a whole bunch of tracks. I mean, just a whole list of them. Different styles, different feeling to them. He's got a couple diss tracks. One of them is Rest in Peace Honey Smacks, which is being played in the background of this interview. One of my favorites. Be sure to follow him on SoundCloud. Check him out. And just give him some support. Dude's dope. Thanks for listening. I know I'll ramble a lot, but y'all are awesome. So, good looking out. Salutes. Peace out.